Hello friends, welcome to Salesforce Cinematics video session 60. So basically in today's video, we will actually go ahead and learn a few other expression as well, which we can use in our compute expression node in data flow. Okay, so let me quickly jump back to Analytics Studio. Let me jump back to my data manager, then manage data flows and recipe, data flows, and here let me open free session 6. Okay, as we were giving all the derived fields over here. Okay. Now, over here, uh, there was one interesting topic which we did, if you remember, which was classification, yeah, type classification. Okay. Now, if you see over here, case when starts with type business, then business. Okay, when ends with type business, then business type, else it will non-business type. So, firstly, let me open my lens, the derived fit lens, which I had built. Okay, and let me see where is that classification. Okay, the classification is over here. Let me bring that at the very top. Okay, not an issue. Where is the classification? Sorry. Wait, let me bring the classification over here. Okay, and let me do one more thing. We have this thing called type. Mm, where is the type? Yeah, opportunity type. Okay, let me bring the type at the very top. Okay, so uh, this is the opportunity type, and if it's ending with business or starting with business, I have written as business type. I will do one filter right now. Okay. Let's say filter on type classification. Okay. And let me make it as business type. Huh? Not an issue. So we will learn one functionality called lowercase. Okay. Fine. Now, if you see here, I have so many business type, which is fine. Okay. So it's completely starting with business and that's why showing me business type. Okay. So let me save this. Huh? Not an issue. Now, what I will do is here, let's say I have to be very case sensitive. So in Salesforce, especially in this SQL expression which you are using, you have to be very case sensitive. For example, I will show you right now. Let's say by mistake. Okay. Now, see, this is the pick list value for which, I have this capital B all the time. But let's say if it would have been a text value. Okay. That's any kind of description, which is a text value. There's a high chances that, user might not write it a capital B or might write it a small b, right? So it won't matter. But here it's very case sensitive when I mention something in double quotes. Okay. So now if I write it as something like business, let's say, okay, and let me write it as something like B, small b over here. So because it's case sensitive, the thing is that once I update and run this data flow, right? And again, once that runs successfully, once I refresh this, okay, currently you see in the type classification business type, right? So let me refresh this quickly once before the data flow runs successfully. Okay. Here if you see currently showing you all the business type, but now once the data flow runs successfully, okay, you will see that it will show you as a blank. Fine. So we will quickly check that. uh okay, I think it ran successfully. Now let me refresh this. Okay, you see it's showing us no result found. Fine. I didn't change anything else right over here, and it's showing us no results found. The reason being it's a case sensitive when you are typing something in this double quotes. And the problem is that here, if you mention something in single quotes, it will actually check that particular expression itself. Okay. So what I will do is I just wanted to teach you one expression. So a better way to approach is like whatever the type is there, that's fine. But whatever quotations you're giving over here, right, which could be any value specific, and maybe you don't want it to be that much of case sensitive specific, like it shouldn't start with capital B or small b, or it the complete words can be in capital, complete words can be in lower. That really doesn't matter. Okay, we can have any field. Okay, so in that kind of thing, what is the best way is like if a user, although this is a picture field, but let's say there a text field where a user types everything in small letters. Okay. Like for example, let me, if I open my notepad plus plus, okay, a user might type something like business. Okay. Or they may type it as like something like business. Fine. Or if it would have been a text field, let's say they would have written everything in business in capital letters, right? Sorry, business. Okay. Now, in that scenario, what you can do is when you are writing such kind of statements, you can mention in any one of the case, that's completely fine. Like either you can mention in complete lowercase or complete uppercase. Now here, what I will do is because I want the comparison with this and the user might type any one of the three, for this one it will match, but for the other two it may not match, right? So there's a, I mean, for this last two it may not match, isn't it? So for this one, there's a particular expression which we have, which is called as lower. Okay. You can utilize this function called lower, and what it will do, it doesn't matter in what kind of type it may have, like it may have in camel case, it may have in complete lowercase, or complete uppercase. That doesn't matter. We can actually kind of convert that complete one into lower. Okay. And now you will see that it will give me the appropriate result. Once again, it was showing earlier. Okay. So let's see if I update this. And if I run this, so once again, if it runs successfully, currently it's showing no result found. Again, you will see the results popping us as it was doing earlier. Fine. So that is one function. And similarly, we have something called as upper, U capital, U double P E R. Okay. Just like we had this lower. So now if I come over here, so now it runs successfully. And now if I refresh this, okay, you see, I'm able to again see the type classification, which was earlier showing us no result found. Okay, that's one thing. Okay, now the next part which I wanted to cover is, let's say when I come over here. Okay, so if you see, whenever we have measures like we have this sum of amount, right? Now for this sum of amount, what is happening is I'm able to see this value over here. But what, let's say if I want it in a dimension, so to get it in a, like whenever you select the bar section, right? Let's say I wanted to see what are the amount section for each of them. Okay. Now that is something I won't be able to see. Okay. Because under bars, you can only see the dates and dimension. So what if the amount is something that the client want to see as a dimension where they can analyze each of the amount. Now, I know this might be a strange requirement, but let's say I just wanted to teach you how there's a function where we can actually convert from a number to string. Okay. So in that case, what I'm going to do is I will write something like amount in string. Okay. And what I will do is I will write a case when statement, case when my amount, okay, my amount is null. Fine. Then it will be, zero. Okay. And you have to give the in double quotes because you're going for a text type. Okay. Case when amount is null, then zero. Else, what will happen is there's a function called number to text, number to string. Okay. Number underscore two, sorry, number underscore two underscore string. Fine. So we will utilize this function, and what we will do is I will just give the amount. Okay. And that amount I want in a particular format. For now, let's say I just need in a simple normal format. Okay. So case when amount is null, then you map it as zero, else it will be number to string. You convert that amount into string, and that's how we are going to end it. Okay. So now let's say if I click on save, propagate, update, and the data flow isn't ready to run. So let me click on, I think if I'm not wrong, I clicked it two times, I guess. Okay, no, it's one time. That's fine. And we will just go through this one number to string. So just in Google type number to string. When you type this number to string in the Salesforce Developer Analytics SQL Developer Guide, you just come over here number to string, and you will actually get to know how that is used. Okay, so we use this as number underscore two underscore string, and the format is at first you give the number and there's a number format. For now, I just need a plain format. That's why I given as zero. But let's say if there's a specific format in which you want, for example, let's say you want it as a dollar format and you want the decimal format, then you can give dollar. Okay, you can give this hashtag 0.00. Then what happens in this particular format, it's going to show up, which is shown over here. Okay, something like this. Depending upon what is the kind of format which you will give, number format, it will show you the give the necessary string format. Okay. So that is something you can refer this guide. Okay, it's analytics SQL developer guide. But yeah, for now, let's quickly cross check. So this ran successfully. Okay, and now even if I come to this derive field, for example, here let's say I search for amount in string. Why it's not okay? I have to refresh this, I guess. So let me bring this amount at the very bottom as of now. And also let me go for amount in string. Okay. Now, if you see over here, see this particular amount, it's also giving me this amount in string. Okay, which is fine. The numbers is the same. Now, the format is a bit different. If you say I just give a plain format, that's why it's coming as plain number. Okay, and now the main idea was if I go to my chart mode, right? So if I go to this derive fields data set, and let's say if I go to my chart mode, okay, so now under bars I will be able to see the amount part as well. Okay, so amount in string, if I type, it will show me the numbers in this manner. So I have total of 0 with 6 records, and the other amount numbers are also being shown over here. Okay, that's one of the way we can actually convert a number into dimension. And as I was showing you over here, you can just give any one of the format. For example, if I give this particular format, right, then what will happen is when I run this, you will see this dollar sign, and also you will see the specific comma over here. For example, right now you don't see any comma over here in my number to string in the last column, right? But if I give that format, you will be able to see the appropriate commas which we maintain in international numbers. Okay, and the dollar sign before it. Currently you don't see it, but yeah, let me for now go to my data flow and give that format, and then you'll be able to see that part. So under this simple 0, if I give this format, okay, and if I click on save, propagate, update, and if I run this, so let's monitor this. Okay, okay, as you can see, this ran successfully. And now what I'm going to do is over here, okay, let me close this one, that's not needed, and I think I already saved this. So now let me just refresh the screen, and if I 1 minute, if I completely hover to the last section, so as you can see, this particular dollar is coming into picture. Like this is the normal amount which we are having as a measure field. But over here, you see that dollar is also coming over here. And you can see this appropriate decimal places as well, because that's the format which I give. So similarly, there are a lot of number format which you have, they have given the result string, how it will appear like. You can go for any one of them. That's completely fine. That's symmetrical. But yeah, I just wanted to show this is the functionality which we have, the number to string, which converts a number literal to a string literal. Okay. And this is the whole, this is the complete syntax of that. Fine. So yeah, that was one thing. And now even if I show you in a chart mode as well, for example, if I click over here, okay, and if I, let's say, go for this amount in string, you see showing me in a dollar format, the currency format, and that appropriate um, digits after the point. Okay. So yeah, that's it about this video. Please definitely do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you all, and let's meet up very soon in our next session as well.